late arriving, early leaving, a person must be present to participate. Those arriving late or leaving early may only take part in the caucus business occurring while they are present. Proxy voting. No proxy voting shall be permitted at the caucus. Nominations. Nominations will be taken for one office at a time. The nominator may speak for a maximum of 3 minutes. 1 seconding speech will be permitted per candidate and not to exceed 2 minutes in length. When all nominations from the floor have been received, the nominations will be closed. Each candidate may then address the caucus, each for not more than 5 minutes. The chair can call for additional comments if so stated in the announced rules. Only related to the candidates will the comments be taken. The vote will then take place. Note, when there is more than one position for the same office, example councilman, each will be handled individually. And we selected our voting option. It's option 3. All votes will be taken by calling for a show of hands for all in favor, all opposed. If the vote cannot be easily determined, the chair may ask voters to rise and be counted. However, should a single request be made for votes to be taken by paper ballot, it must be done. A majority vote is required to win the nomination when there is a single nominee, uncontested, so to speak. The highest vote will win the nomination when there are multiple nominees. Okay, with that, we'll get right into the, and there are 90 people signed in present. Okay, the nominations for voting will now begin. We'd like to have a nomination for the seat presently held by Tom Miller. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, Tim Courier, 53 Windsor. Mr. Chairman, it's my high honor to nominate my friend Thomas C. Miller for councilman of the town board. I've known Tom for nearly 4 years. He and his wife Tracy are close personal friends of my wife Emily and I, and we've known his son Joshua, a sophomore at Clarkson University, since he was a baby. Tom is a well-respected member of our community. He served his community in various capacities over the years, including as a youth sports coach, a volunteer fireman, and currently serves as the fire chief here in Massena. Tom has more than 25 years of service as a correctional officer for the state of New York. Anyone that knows Tom will tell you that he's committed to his community and that he's worked hard to make Massena a better place. As a person, Tom is loyal, passionate, devoted, and caring. In every endeavor I have ever seen him involved in, he's always taken it seriously, hard to do a good job, and has always made a difference by doing what was right. His judgment, his sound, and his principles are unwavering. As a member of the Massena Town Council, he will work diligently to represent all of our citizens to ensure their voices are heard, and when he makes a decision, it will be in the best interest of Massena. He will be a valuable part of the solid team we already have in place on the town board. Mr. Chairman, fellow Democrats, I urge you to support this nomination of my good friend, a person that we can trust, a person that will work for all of us, Tom Miller.
Do we have a second?
I, Joshua Miller of 11 K Street, second Tim Courier's nomination.
We'll actually vote on that. All in favor? Please raise your. Very good. Thank you. Nomination. Are there any other nominations for that seat? That position nomination is closed. The second nomination is for a 4-year term presently held by Albert Nicola. Do we have a nomination?
Charlie Boots, 26 Ransom Avenue, Massena. Albert Nicola is a lifetime resident of Massena. He's a graduate of Massena High School and the Pennsylvania Military College. He also has a master's degree, from SUNY Potsdam. He was commissioned an officer in the U.S. Army and served 3 years. After military service, he returned to Massena and worked as a teacher and a coach at Massena Central. He retired from teaching in 2001 and from coaching in 2007. He has served 2 terms on the Village Board of Massena and 6 terms on the Massena Town Board. That should come to about, if I'm correct, 26 years of service to the village and town of Massena. Excuse me, 28. Stand corrected. Stand corrected. That's why we invited him tonight. He's also a long-standing member of the Italian American Civil Association. He's a member of the American Legion, Post 79, and the Massena Country Club. His wife is Yvonne, and his daughter Diane. I've known Albert since I was a teen, and maybe even earlier than that, when they used to attack me as I delivered my newspapers over here on A Street. He, Leo Law, and Joey Trimble. And the L-shaped ambush, right? See, that's why he went to the military academy. He was doing it before he even got there. Like I said, I've known him since then. He's been a longtime friend. He's been a longtime advocate for the betterment of Massena, and I sincerely endorse him for the position of councilman in this next election.
Do we have a second? Are there any other nominations from the floor for that seat? With that, please vote. Thank you. Okay, the third seat we have is a 4-year term presently held by Chuck Raytide. Do we have a nomination from the floor?
I'd like to nominate Sam Carbone Jr. of 21 Freehold Road. Sam, son of Sam Sr. and Nancy Carbone, was one of 9 children born and raised in Massena. He has lived his entire life in Massena. Sam's father was a permanent fire truck driver here locally in Massena, and his mother worked for the Massena Central School District in the cafeteria. Sam is a graduate of Massena Central High School in 1982, and then went to SUNY Canton and cross-enrolled in St. Lawrence University in the ROTC program. He then enlisted in the U.S. Army Reserves in 1983 with an honorable discharge in 1988 under the rank of 2nd lieutenant. In 1989, Sam was hired by the New York State Department of Corrections as a corrections officer. After 6 months as a CO, he was hired by the New York Power Authority as a security guard. From there, he went into mechanical maintenance apprenticeship and is currently with NYPA for the past 24 years. For the past 10 years, he has been licensed real estate agent for Post Realty and has owned numerous rental properties himself. For the past 15 years, Sam has served as a volunteer fireman for Massena and is currently an exempt member. He also served on the Massena Housing Board for 6 years and has served on the Planning Board and Zoning Board for Massena also. Sam, also a union member with IBW 2032, has served as reporting and financial secretary. He has served on the St. Lawrence, Lewis, and Jefferson County Central Trades Labor Council for almost 2 decades. His current position is as an executive board member and capacity of trustee. I actually work, I'll put this down, I actually work with Sam at the Power Authority, and when I first addressed Sam doing this and allowing me to nominate him, he expressed an extreme interest and told me that he's actually had an interest for the past 10 years. But with the businesses that he's been involved with and with the Power Authority and all the overtime, he just didn't know at that point in time if he had the actual wholehearted time to put into it. Everything is slowing down right now for him in this point in time in his life, and he was ecstatic about contributing his time to this board. I know Sam as being very motivated, very energetic, a great businessman. I think he would do a great job and be a great contribution to this board, just from the business sense and also for the drive that I think that he has for Massena and the people. So best of luck to you, Sam, and I hope I did you proud.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Robert Cunningham is the second. Do we have any other nominations from the floor? With that, we'll close, and I'll have a...
I'd like to know the reason why Chuck Raytide is running. He just wanted? Absolutely. I'm retired. Very good. Sam, congratulations.
Okay, we'll vote on that. Okay, thank you very much. And the last thing on the agenda is the position of supervisor. Do we have any nominations from the floor?
I would like to nominate Charlie Boots for township manager.
Charlie Boots respectfully declined.
Eileen, don't hit him so hard.
Are there any other nominations from the floor?
I move the nomination to be closed.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that actually concludes the meeting. With comments from the candidates, and we'll go right in the order that we started with. So, Tom Miller.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to thank you. Thank all of the people here today that supported me, my family and friends. I'm looking forward to the challenge. I know there's some tough times right now here in Massena, and I do want to thank the present board for having trusted me and appointing me to that position to fill Robert's seat. Again, thank you very much, and I look forward to working for Massena.
That's enough.
Take one that long to say hello. Donnie, never say in one word what you can say in 100. I'm not comfortable speaking from prepared notes, but I just jotted this down on my way over here. I am the most senior member of the town board, but I got to say that maybe the last 6 years, starting with the GM closure, have been the most challenging I've ever spent on either board. That was a blow. That was a blow. Coming with that was the loss of $12 million in assessed value on our property and endless tax surcharges. It seems that, business and industry in this day and age, they're all trying to cut costs. What they're looking at is their assessments being reduced, which is a big blow, when you factor in the economic climate. We still face problems. One of the biggest problems being that of the hospital. But I think the two most important things that I've learned in public office, two things. How to listen. No email ever goes unread. No phone call ever goes unanswered. And no question, and I get a lot of them, we all get a lot of them, Bobby, when you run the board, goes unanswered. They might not like the answer that they get, but I think you need to show them the respect that they do, that's due them when they ask the question. We can't solve everything. Government can't solve everything, but we can try. I think the two most valuable things beyond that, the one most valuable thing beyond that is consensus building. How do you build consensus? Treat people with respect. Treat them with respect. They're your constituents. Okay, that's one of the keys. The other being, I've always believed in my public service. Find a way to make people part of the solution, not part of the problem. Get them to buy in, because your consensus building can move from there. And I pledge to you, that's what will continue as long as I'm a member of this board. And we'll solve these problems, and we'll go on, and we'll be a better Massena.
First, I want to thank Chuck for his 16 years of service, and you deserve a round of applause. It's funny, I was up say today. I wrote a little speech, but I see I'm among friends. I really don't need to have a speech to go by, and I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, all the my Democratic friends, my family, my wife's here today. It's great to be here. I know there is a lot of issues with Massena. Massena's almost, to me, the town board is like a corporation. Between Massena Electric, the hospital, we've got more than any other community would have to work with. And there are issues. The town board has done a great job working through them. I want to be part of the team. I can't speak like Coach can after 28 years of service. Hopefully I can speak, like he can after some time. But appreciate your support. I'm glad to be here and glad to be on the board. Thank you.
I'd be remiss in not thanking Chuck Graytide for his years of service, and I'd like to have him give some comments.
Great, you're going to give me a chance to talk, and I can't talk as well as I'll because we get out talking any day. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve this community for the last 16 years. Started out on the Housing Authority Board. I started out on the Housing Authority Board as a member of that committee. Walter and Emancipation got me started with that. Spent 8 years there. Charlie Boots and the village board appointed me. Then from there I moved into the town council, and we had a lot of challenges. As Albert said, he mentioned just a few. We've got, for example, Wednesday, we've got a very important meeting in Albany about Indian land claims. That's all come back to us again. We got a lot of other problems, but this is millions of dollars we're talking. We're not talking pennies. And those are the challenges that the town board has seen over the years. I've enjoyed it. I like to thank my wife and my family. I get like that all the time. They've been here all the time. My kids aren't in town, but they just supported me when I went down. And all of you wrote letters of support, put signs in your yards, did whatever you did. I certainly do appreciate it. It's been a good ride. I'm not done. I'm just backing off. I think my wife is going to retire, so we're going to try to enjoy some free time. Travel around a little bit. I may come back, I may not, if she let me.
Before we close the caucus, pardon me?
One more thing.
What's that?
I forgot two things. I forgot to thank Bob for putting up with all this stuff. And I would especially like to thank all the people who came. This is the largest turnout I've ever seen at the caucus. And I know I asked quite a few people to come, and I really, really appreciate what you did.
Albert thought there might be trouble with the candidates, I guess. So he invited the chief referee of the Northern League, probably New York State.
That's right.
Victor Perry.
It's his 77th birthday.
Well, let me finish. It's his 77th birthday today, so I think it would be fitting if we all sang happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Victor. Happy birthday to you.
I don't think so.
With that, I'd like a motion to close the meeting.
I make that motion on the way out.
Seconded by Jody. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, lastly, we've got some cookies, some common ground cookies over here for everybody to snack on. And some sour cream and water.
I need to see the candidates.